What's going on, guys? It's Groove, back with another book review, and today we have Just Keep Buying by Nick McGelly. There is a lot of investing books out there. So many people have questions on like how much should they invest, how much should they save. Some people are saying like different percentages and stuff like that, but he just keeps it super simple. He just goes down his own list. Pretty much just kind of do what you can do when it comes to investing. When it comes to saving, a lot of people, they always put a percent on it, like 15% of your income or 20% of your income. And he's just like, listen, if you can save, if you're in an area in your life where you can save more, then save more. Then if something comes up and you have to save less, then save less. You need to be putting back something every month. The more, the better. But if you can't, that's fine too. But just continue to save. He talks about saving versus making more money. He's really big on making more money. And, he's got a point too, because he talks about how try telling somebody who's not really making that much money to cut their income. His thought process is don't worry about those lattes, but like, let's go make more money, just earn more income. And he goes over a few ways to do that. You can either, trade your time or trade your expertise. You can sell a product, or you could try climbing the corporate ladder at your current job. Another good part about saving that he talks about is guilt-free spending. It's okay to spend money, but like, if you're going to spend money, like let's invest the same portion. Let's just say you spend $200 on something. He's like, okay, well now we're going to invest $200. So, every time you say, or every time you spend some money on something, invest that same amount. So another interesting point that he talks about that I don't hear many people talking about is what do you do with your raises? So many people, they do like lifestyle creep. As soon as they get a raise, they have to like increase their lifestyle. He's like, there's nothing wrong with that, but every time you get a raise, 50% of it, save it. If you get a $500 a month raise, save $250 right off the bat. So that way, again, it's not really like you're limiting your raise. Like you can still splurge, but save half of the raise. So the next section, he talks about buying a house. So now he goes back and forth about the good things about buying a house or the bad things about buying a house. When is a good time to buy a house? And he says when you have a stable job, when you're going to be in the area for 10 years, and when you can afford it. Again, and that just goes along with the stable job portion. He goes over retirement, and he says that you really don't need as much as you think you're going to need for retirement. Like so many people overthink it, but he says your spending actually goes down when you retire. As you get older, you just don't need as much. I think that's kind of an individualistic thing. Like some people may retire and they want to go travel more, but he says that most people don't need as much in retirement, so you don't really need to save as much. Or, you might need to save less than what you think you might need to save for retirement. But within that, he also doesn't mention inflation. Let's just say you have a certain amount of money that you're going to use in your retirement that you're going to chip away from every year. You thought you were like, okay, well, I can live off $40,000 a year. With inflation, things go up in price. And so that $40,000 that you thought you were good at may turn to now you have to eat $45,000. Now you may have to eat $50,000. So he doesn't mention that, but just make sure, when you're planning for retirement, as far as how much money you're going to need, that you're also planning for inflation. So the second part of the book, he talks about investing, and he goes over 3 reasons why you have to invest. The first reason, again, is for yourself, for your future. You have to invest for your future self. And the second reason is to fight inflation. And the third reason is because your money can work harder than you can. So when it comes to investing, I like how he goes over different things, and he goes over the positives and negatives of both things. So he talks about stocks, he talks about bonds, he talks about real estate, he talks about farmland, owning your own business, and he talks about the positives and negatives of investing into all of those things, which I thought was definitely cool and different, because most people are just like, you have to invest in stocks, or you have to invest in bonds, or you have to invest, you have to be an entrepreneur. But he goes over, all the different types of investments, and while also going over the negatives of those things as well. Now it goes into the just keep buying portion of the book. He has charts and graphs showing you why it's better to continuously invest through the ups and through the downs, the volatile times, market crashes. You shouldn't wait for a certain time to buy. You shouldn't feel like you're missing out or the market, it's too hot. Don't wait for a price pullback. Every month, just put money in. And over the time, that is the best way to invest. Another big question that people always ask is, when do I sell? And so he believes that there's only 3 reasons to sell. And so the first reason would be to rebalance your portfolio. Another time to sell is if you're in a losing position. If you're in an index fund, or if you invest in an individual stock, which he goes against, if you're losing in that position, go ahead and sell it. And when it comes to selling those positions, he also says you should trim them. Don't just sell it all at one time. Just sell a little bit over the months, just in case it does end up starting to go back up. You don't actually just take the full loss. And then for the last portion, he said, hey, if you want to go do something, if you're trying to go take a trip or a wedding, or, you know, if there's just something in your life that you're trying to do, then go ahead and take some of those gains off the table to go ahead and sell. Because at the end of the day, that's all we have is time in this life. And, you know, you should enjoy your life, you know, doing things that fulfill you. Because most people are just like, never sell, never sell. I'm kind of one of those people. I'm like, never sell. Even if you're trying to take a trip, I wouldn't sell my stocks. I would just go save more money. And instead of putting that money into the stock market, I would just use that money for the vacation. So it's like, okay, well, we're going on a vacation in a few months. I'm not selling my stocks. I'm just going to save up the money now. And instead of investing, I'm just going to use that to go. But he says, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to go do something with your life, go ahead and take some of that money off the table. And so, yeah, that's it for this one. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for the algorithm, and I'll catch you guys in that next one. Peace.